Call halal Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bahashim Rakar Kadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutations to my fellow Akim, Confusion of Face Akim that are joined into our ranks to do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. To the hopeful elect and the Akwathim that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
We are currently knee-deep in a romance apocalypse. There are more singles than ever before. Marriage is on the decline. The birth rate is at the lowest point in history. And people are just not connecting and forming real relationships. For the first time ever in human history, the very concepts of marriage and romance, God, the family, gender, and even our national anthem are under attack. Our American values have been slowly deteriorating and replaced with liberal, progressive values. We're in the middle of not only the romance apocalypse, but a war on our very souls. Speaking the truth is called hate speech. Patriotism is now called racism. Believing in God makes you a bigot. The current state of America is directly intertwined with the current state of our relationships. We are actively enslaving ourselves into a loveless, joyless, genderless future. Men and women of common sense and a moral compass need to wake up to the destructive madness that is being thrust upon us in the name of progressiveness and political correctness, and look ahead to where this ideology is ultimately taking us. We can make love great again. We can make America great again. But we need to remember who we are. We need to remember the spirit and the values that once made this country so great.
America is responsible for more blood, more death than any single place, any country, any nation in the history of mankind. This is Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy power, let me read that again. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and put them upon them which hate thee, which them that hate thee, which persecute thee. Israelites have faced nothing but persecution in America. America was built on rape, robbery, and murder. The theft and murder of lands and of people. All right? The removal of people off their land. Some of those people, they want to put fences up, walls up, and call those people illegal aliens in the land that they're from.
The civilization born of Judeo-Christian values, ancient Greek philosophy, and the discoveries of the Enlightenment is staring at the abyss brought there by its own hand. To put it starkly, Europe is committing suicide. How did this happen? It's a complicated story, but there are two major causes. The first is the mass movement of peoples into Europe. This has been going on steadily since the end of World War II, but sped up massively in the migration crisis of 2015, when more than 1 million migrants poured into Europe from the Middle East, North Africa, and East Asia. The second, and equally significant, is that Europe lost faith in itself, its beliefs, its traditions, and even its very legitimacy. It goes, fleeing the consequences of European imperialism. Didn't we mercilessly exploit these unfortunate people in their home countries? Aren't we the cause of their misery? Accepting them into Europe is meant to be a wiping away of this guilt. This is especially true of Germany. In allowing 1.5 million people into her country in 2015, Angela Merkel was, in effect, proclaiming to the world that Germany, the great aggressor of the 20th century, the architect of the Holocaust, would be the humanitarian superpower of the... If there is a problem, it's not with the refugees, but with the citizens, reflects a sense of what I call tiredness. Feeling among the elite class that the European story has played out, that we've tried religion and all imaginable forms of politics, and that each has, one after another, led us to disaster. We taint every idea we touch, so who's to say that the world wouldn't be better off without us? Of course,
this is Isaiah 14 and 20. And it reads, "Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land, and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith Yahweh." There's going to be no remnant, no men left to procreate for the nation of Edom. This is Obadiah, starting at verse 18. And it reads, "The house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame." That's both northern and southern kingdom. All right, which is prophesied to come back together, and are doing so. There's no mass movement from Africa, the northern kingdom, coming to the Americas. "And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For Yahweh hath spoken it. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain of the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. And the captivity of the host of the children of Israel shall possess the land of the Canaanites unto Zarephath, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is Zarephath, shall possess the cities of the south. And Savior shall come up out of Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's." So, and the precept in my Bible to that is Revelation 11 and 18. So let's read that, because those saviors are going to come out of Zion. Okay? I was going to finish, but let's read that. Right. And it reads, "And the seventh angel sounded, and there was a great voice in heaven saying, The kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of Yahweh, and of his Hamashiach, and he shall reign forever and forever." So all the kingdoms, Europe, Africa, Asia, China, etc., are going to fall to the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Habashai, which is a so-called black man. Like it or not. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Habashai Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Wa Abba Babal.